Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Hopping back in here for a quick one, another one. I've been running all over the place nowadays, but I wanted to try to squeeze in a quick live session. Been working a little bit off of stream. But yeah, welcome if this is your first time. I'm Derek, covering everything wholesale real estate on the channel, specifically virtual wholesale real estate. Messages.
Derek, this is Kim. I was returning your call.
Who?
Hey, go fuck yourself, you faggot.
Huh. I'll delete that one. First one, who is that though? Kim. Oh, there's an update. Okay. I had just cold called her the other day, and she called me back right after that. Anyways, gonna hit some follow up, hopping over onto my RBI reply platform to see. Okay, yeah, this is the guy I wanted to call back. Let me see. Grew up in the property, moved in there after the parents left to him, got a divorce, moved out. Kids lived there, kids moved out, sat vacant for a while. I moved in 6 months ago. Sounded like it needed some work. It's vacant. He mentioned the roof needs some work, plumbing needs some work. He's done some work himself. It's actually a 3-2. His dad added an extra bathroom, which comes with extra square footage. Central AC upstairs needs replacing. Like the downsize because he's 15, doesn't need the space. He's starting to look for a smaller place, but would need to get paid. Timeline 3 to 4 months. Spent about 10 to 15K to bring it up. 2022 standards. No liens, no mortgage, none of that. I said ARV difficult to determine, but as is value based on comps in the area is 90 to 125, depending on the condition. I have a couple as is comps. Check those out. My computer's been going pretty slow. 3-2. Newer with the smaller lot. 10, 20, 200 square feet bigger. Say, might have even gone for like 135 as is. This one as is as well. 200 square feet bigger. 115. Call it 95. Ours has. Oh yeah. This one's really as is though. That one's gutted. Gutted at 95. Ours could probably sell closer to like 120. I think the numbers that I have are pretty accurate. 90 to 125, depending on condition. And the the way that he's talking about it, it sounds like it's going to be pretty average repairs since he's done a little bit of work to it, but not much. It's probably going to be like average, maybe leaning towards heavy on a 1,200 square foot place. I'd probably want to be coming in under 100, pretty significantly under 100, to be honest. I don't like working off of as is comps specifically. I think as long as I get it under 100, it should be good. I don't know. I don't even know about this guy anymore. I hardly even remember having the conversation with him. But I'm going to call him anyways. Hey, Lewis, how's it going? This is Derek. Hello? I'm sorry? Sure, we'll do. Bye now. I just made a note for myself to call him in the afternoons moving forward. Oh, I kind of already had that. So I'll give him a call a little later. Maybe try to comp it a little bit more accurately in the meantime. Not this very second, but just before I call him later. Got some leads popping up that really aren't leads in my follow-up. So I'm just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. Just got rid of one that I'm not going to care to follow up with, at least not manually. Hello, no, I'm not selling. Thank you. Okay. So that one was handled automatically, which was cool. She just continued to get texts, and eventually she texted back. I just missed it. I had a task for myself to go in there and double check, which is kind of what I'll do if they're like warm enough where I don't want to just rely on the automation. So I texted this guy in November. He said it's already sold. and he said he'll have 3 more next year. He said check back in early March. I'll call this guy right now. I just don't really think that these type of people are the ones that I like. I just sold one. I'm gonna have 3 more for sale next year. I just don't know. It doesn't. I don't necessarily think that I may be able to add value to this guy.
This is Tom.
Hey Tom, how's it going? This is Derek.
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good. I don't know if you recall, me and you had gone back and forth through text a few months back. I had reached out about a property you had just recently sold over on Market Square Lane, and at the time you let me know that there was nothing else available, but that there would be, come early March. So just wanted to round back with you, see if maybe you did have any property you'd be interested in selling at the moment.
We are getting ready to put one on the market. In probably another week and a half or 2 weeks, so good timing.
Okay.
I tell you what, I am driving right now. Allow me to call you back or text you when I'm not in a moving vehicle.
Sure. When we get off the phone, I'll shoot you a quick text, and then that's the best number to get a hold of me.
That'd be great. Thank you, Derek.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
See, he's talking about listing it on market and stuff. That's just, I'll shoot him a quick text. Say, hey, Tom, feel free to text, call me at this number whenever. Derek. I'll push this follow up, say, any response to text sent via sideline after connecting with seller last. I'll touch that in like 2 days if he doesn't text me back or call me back. Leave myself a note saying connected with seller. He was driving, but let me know that he is getting ready to list another property on the market in about 1.5 weeks. He said that he'd contact Derek when he wasn't driving. If anything, I might just try to pull like a cash buyer play or anything like that. Because again, if they're willing, not only if they're able to sell it on market, but if they're willing to sell it on market and it's attractive and appealing enough to a retail buyer, then by all means, go ahead and do that. But I'm not the buyer, But I am curious to know what his kind of situation is like. Are they just selling these properties that they've owned for a while? Are they constantly turning properties over and flipping them? Because if so, then I may be able to add some value to him by providing him some deals in the future. Here's what's the text phone. in a few days. Followed up via text with somebody. It's getting to the point now where say check title. See if it has been transferred. This is a woman that went with another offer, and I was just following up with her to see if the other offer, if the other buyers were able to perform and close on the property. She hasn't texted me back since I've been following up like that, though. So, um, I'll continue following up, but I want to leave a note for myself to check, you know, check title to see who is listed on the title of the property to see if it's possibly already transferred. And if it has, then I know not to waste my time. All right, that's everybody over here on my REI reply. Been a while since I followed up on my call tools account. All right. Spoken with this woman a lot. She's in the process of fixing her property up. She kind of entertained the idea of selling it as is in the middle of the process, but doesn't seem too motivated to do so. I think she may just end up finishing the remodel and listing it on market.
Please leave your message for Carmen Vargas.
Hey, Carmen, this is Derek. Sorry to bother. I'm just following up in regards to that property over on Wellington Street. Just wanted to check in, see how the renovation was going, and if you still, had plans to go ahead and finish it out and list it on market, or if you and your husband have talked about it and considered possibly selling it as is for a cash offer. If you have decided that you want to go and take the cash offer route, I'd be glad to give you an offer, and I look forward to connecting with you if that's the case. Again, this is Derek calling on the property on Wellington Street, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye. Follow up there in 2 weeks. I'll follow up there in a month. All right, this guy just decided to sell last week. That was back in November. Ex-wife lives there with their daughter, but his name is on the deed. It's never flooded, but everything else needs to be replaced. Ex-wife's missed a few payments, owes about 35 on the mortgage. Mortgage says he wants to walk with 80. She said, this is just the beginning of me talking to people, so not even sure if I want the 80. He started to fall back. I said I'd give him a call in a week, give him enough time to talk with his daughter. Called him. He was at work, said he hadn't spoken with his daughter yet about plans, said he would call once they've spoke. Also mentioned that multiple people were interested in the property. Again, this was November. Called him in December, connected with him, mentioned he was on the road at a bar and couldn't talk. Ran my numbers, figured I could probably offer him about 90. Connected with him about a week after that, said they don't know what their plans are, asked what they do if they don't sell. He said possibly lease it. It was very difficult to hear him. He's constantly trying to dismiss me and very clearly doesn't want to deal with it. Yeah, I remember this guy. He's pretty pretty rude, pretty direct, but I get it. Just wanting to connect, see how I may be able to help if I could. Let's take a look.
Please leave your message for
Robert Windsor.
Call him again. Run some quick comps. Now that I know where it is. $1,900 square feet sold within the last year. I'll go minimum 1,600 square feet to a maximum of 2,250. Lot size is 7,000. I'll go minimum 45 to maximum 95. Built in 62. Minimum 50. I'll go maximum 70. That gives me a lot of homes. Let's see what's sold in the last 6 months. All those homes still? The last 3 months? Wow. Okay, last 6 months. 13 homes. Okay, those. Especially this one right here that's right around the block at 238. It's a 4, 2.5, so it has an extra bed. So that's 15 that I'll take off of what it's for. 2,100 square feet compared to our 1,900. So what is that? An extra 200 square feet. I'll take 20. Here goes somebody.
press 1 to answer. Hang up to send call to voice.
Hello?
Yes, I have a missed call from this number.
Yeah, is this Carmen?
Yes.
Carmen, how's it going? This is Derek. I'm sorry. I don't know if you recall. We've gone back and forth a little bit about your property over on Wellington Street.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just wanted to check in, see how you were doing. How are things?
we're doing good, and everything's still the same. We're still not selling it.
Okay.
My husband, we still haven't decided to sell it yet.
Sure. Are you guys still doing some renovations to the place?
Right now we're kind of paused it, but yeah, we're still planning on doing more renovations to it.
Okay. Remind me, do you guys live there yourself?
No, my mother lives there.
Your mother, you said.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So what are the kind of immediate plans for it?
I'm not too sure right now. I'm kind of busy, but can I give you a call whenever I'll let you know what we decide?
Sure. I just want to make sure that I'm not continuing to bug you, if it's a firm no or if it's still an option, because I'd love to give you a cash offer.
Yeah, just right now I'm kind of busy with my mom right now.
Sure. Yeah, no
But
problem.
I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call and let you know what's going on and what we decide.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I appreciate you giving me a call back.
You're welcome.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Connected with seller seemed a bit more open to not open to having a conversation, but open to selling as is than before. She let me know that I wasn't bugging her by following up, Her mother lives in the property and they have put the renovation project on hold for now. I'll follow up with her in like, what did I say? A month? That's when I was gonna follow up with her. I'll follow up with her around then, about monthly. Oh yeah, I was gonna call Robert. I was gonna look at this comp first. Sold 5 months ago, 2-car garage. Ours is a 2-car garage as well. Same floor plan, same. It's like cookie cutter, just bigger. So it's not cookie cutter. That was incorrect of me to say, but it's like the same layout, same subdivision. 62. It was built. Ours was built 62. 7. Ours is slightly big on the lot. Nothing crazy. So I think if this one was sold for what it was listed for at 237, I'm unable to know that because I'm in Texas and non-disclosure state. So I'm just getting on Redfin what it was listed for, or anywhere else you're really getting it. It's just an estimate. So if I took the $35,000 discount off that, I just call it 200 to play it safe. 200 ARV. This sold 5 months ago, so it may be a little higher than that, but just call it 280 ARV on a, what was the size of the property? Just north of 1900. Yeah, I would say my max on this would be about 100,000, maybe 105. Let me give him another call. Sorry, I'm just seeing all you guys' comments on here on YouTube. I'll get to that in 1 second.
Please leave your message for
Leave a message.
Robert Windsor.
sorry, mailbox.
Shoot him a text. Hey, Robert. This is Derek. We were going back and forth a bit about your place on Huckleberry Lane. Just wanted to round back with you to see if I may be able to help in any way. I feel kind of inappropriate saying like the word help to people who I know that are in distressed situations, especially people who don't want my help. Like this guy doesn't want my help. He keeps shutting me out. So I don't think it's appropriate for me to say to this guy, but I think it may be appropriate in other situations. Let me text this guy and I'll get to your guys' questions. I see you there. Hey Robert, this is Derek. We're going back and forth a bit about your place on Huckleberry Lane. I just wanted to round back to see if you and your daughter had talked about what the plans were for that property yet. Just wanted to round back. I'm gonna ask him a question to give him something to reply to. Have you and your daughter had talked about what the plans were for the property yet? Kind of that may be inappropriate bringing up his daughter, but that's what he mentioned to me needed to happen. He said, I need to talk with my daughter because she lives there with my ex-wife. What's up, boss? Do you hold on market properties also? No, I don't, but I've considered because I've come across some opportunity on market. Like the other day, coincidentally, I was cold calling and the guy just listed his property on market that day. What are the odds? But it was a steal too. It was like something that could have been wholesale, like it could have been sold direct to buyer off market, but he went with a realtor, and I still think that he was setting himself up pretty good for a bidding war. The realtor seemed to have known that. They set up a showing where everybody had an opportunity to walk the property. It was being facilitated just on a wholesale deal. But that's what made me think, like, dang, like if I was able to, so like, I just have never given on market properties the time of day, and I don't want to like have shiny object syndrome and be chasing everything. I want to stay focused on what it is that I do, which is off market. In the future, that's not to say that I may start exploring on market opportunities, but um, I just personally haven't seen like things be listed on market at an attractive enough discount to have me even entertain the conversation with a seller. That's, I don't know, but again, I can't even really speak on it because I don't wholesale on market properties, so I'm not actively marketing to those people like for sale by owners or um, properties listed in as is condition. Have you noticed any changes in the market, Stephen? Um, Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Nothing that sticks out to me. Hey, yo, sorry for my absence, dog. I had to deal with a lot of things. All good, J Love. Good to see you again. Glad to have you back. Saw that you got your seventh contract signed. I hope that goes well for you. Thanks, man. Yeah, huh? Seven it is. So far, I'm 2 for 7. If we can close this one, it'll be 3 for 7. Trying to at least go 4 for 8. Uh, so double tap left. No opportunity to leave voicemail. Texted. Push my follow up 2 weeks on this guy. And this is somebody who I need to be calling. I'll call him next week. I need to be calling him after. That's what I want to make a habit of doing is when anybody ever tells me, hey, I'm at work, you caught me at work. I want to make a habit um, of following up after regular business hours. So I may even call him tomorrow after regular business hours. Because I typically on Wednesdays are going to be working closer to the afternoon. Just had somebody hop in the Discord, free fans. If you're in here in the YouTube channel, what's up? Appreciate you hopping in here. I'm going to come in here and wave to you real quick. Tenant in place, not considering at the moment, will consider after the tenant's out, gave me permission, stay in contact, doesn't know when the tenant's lease is up. Spoke with Miss Mac, received no new information, but she took my number down. So this is one that's pretty dry, not a crazy follow-up. But I'm going to call anyways. This may be the last one. Because I got to skedaddle. Let it breathe. Double tap. What happened with the dude you're supposed to call back yesterday? I hopped on your live Friday, I think. I think I just called him and he didn't answer. Yeah. I think I just called him and he didn't answer. What's up, my boy? Ben, how much are you making out of this contract? I don't know yet. Find out. The tenant's supposed to be out on the 13th, this Sunday. Once that happens, it'll really make it a lot easier to dispo. I've had a number of people show interest at about 5 to 10,000 above the contract price, but want the ability to walk the property. And we kind of lost out on the ability to keep returning to the property because the tenant's a little uncooperative, real hassle to deal with. And we're just gonna wait till she's out to try to get access to the property again. But once that happens, I'll be able to market it as a vacant property and hopefully be able to just rebubble all that interest that was expressed in the beginning. It was just like so many people were like, "Yeah, I'm interested. When can I walk the property?" And I'm always having to say well, the tenant's gonna be out. You can walk the exterior because we already had a cash showing. We've already gone in and out 2 times, and after the second time, she was definitely not having it. The tenant is just again a hassle to deal with. Give Robert another call here. So that's one that I'm JVing with Jared and Raina, some YouTube subscribers here to the channel. So we're gonna take it down the middle, whatever it is we can get above and beyond what it's contracted at, which was 85. Oh no, what he was at work. I called him and he was at work, J-Leb. I have a few leads, but I get stuck. I can't proceed after that. I can't locate owner information. Where do you skip trace? What skip trace should you use? Element? Call this person in 2 weeks. He hasn't sold this property yet. I have ARV around 165, 170, MAO 80. He had this listed at like 110 a couple months back. Get rid of batch leads, man. Okay, I remember this property. Yeah. Something like that. Now, before I start comping this place. Pacoima. No, where do you skip trace? Where do you get your data, your owner information, or do you? How are you getting how are you trying to get the owner information?
Hello.
Hey Thomas, how's it going? This is Derek.
Okay.
Hey, just give me a call. Wanted to round back. I don't know if you remember, we've been going back and forth a little bit about your property over on Crescent Drive out in Pasadena.
I'm okay on any property.
Oh, okay. You sold that one over in Pasadena?
Yeah, I sold everything.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. So nothing else for me to pay you for, huh?
Okay.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
Huh. Interesting. I have a feeling like he didn't sell that. Listed at 110 back in June of 2021. I had connected with him well after that. Mentioned that it was still there and he hasn't sold it yet. That was back in December, but I don't know. I'll take his word for it. I don't want to waste my time anyways. Connected with seller, sold the property already. I'm gonna look this up in batch leads to confirm that. It may be worth giving this guy a call in 6 months if I don't see that the title's been transferred. I don't know. What do you guys think? If the title hasn't transferred out of his name, do I follow up? I need to know before I see it myself. Did I already have it? Still in his name. MLS status canceled back in June of 2021. He's owned. I feel like he still has it. See if it's absentee owned. It is. I'll follow up with him in like 6 months. We were just so close on price. He listed at 110. I think I could probably offer 80. He probably would have only walked with like 100 after selling it on market. Did that? Yeah, okay. Follow up with him in 6 months. 6-month follow up. This one may legit be. I'm gonna start keeping a list. Me and Jared been talking about door knocking. This is one where I wouldn't. Because this guy we were talking great numbers, and then boom, never heard from him again. Last I heard was from the mother, and she threw out some unreasonable price. That was the last I ever talked. But when I was speaking with the son, who seems to be the decision maker and the person on title, we were talking 40 to 50, and his mom was talking 150. It's like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Hello, we are not available now. Please be.
And with the double tap, he's still in here, Element. I'm curious. I'm trying to help. I have a few of these, but I get stuck. I can't proceed if I can't locate owner information. I don't know what you're referring to when you say owner information. Do you mean like the name of the people attached to the property address, or do you mean the homeowner's phone number? Somebody just texted me back saying will do. I don't know what that means. That can mean so many different things depending on what I said. Oh, that was just me sending Tom a number. I told him to give me a call when he's free. He said will do.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Hey there, this message is for Harry. This is Derek. Not sure if you recall, but we've gone back and forth a little bit about your property over on Bell Bay Street out in Houston. I just wanted to round back with you. It's been a while since we connected. I know that you were kind of bouncing around and your schedule was a bit hectic when we were last speaking. So just wanted to check in, see how you were doing, and see if selling this place over on Bell Bay Streets for a quick cash offer was something that you were still considering. If it is something that you're interested in, I'd love to connect with you and make you an offer. This is the best number for me to reach me at. So I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye now. I don't have my script in front of me, so I'm freestyling it. I pretty much just follow up with this guy like monthly, I think. Followed up with him November, no response. 2 weeks later, no response. A month later, no response. 3 months later, no response. I'm pretty much on like a 3 month follow up with the guy now. That's what I'll do. Um, Go ahead and delete this. On somebody I wanted to follow up with. Leo, connected with seller, brother-in-law still in property. He's not happy about it. Wants another few months. That was about 2 months ago. That's a good one to call. I'm gonna set that one for tomorrow. I gotta get going right now. Damn it. Come on now. All right. Well, I appreciate all you guys who hopped in here for this quick one. I want to make a habit of doing something like this, even on the days where I don't have the ability to really sit down and work. I've done this, a couple of times over the past week or so. Hopped on here for like an hour long stream or whatever. I'm glad that I'm able to have enough of you guys hop in here within the hour and connect with you guys a little bit. I'm sorry that I've taken a step back. Well, I'm not really sorry, to be honest. I think I need to do that for myself. I've taken a step back from really being engaged in the conversation on YouTube and rather just engaging a little bit more on the work itself. And every 10 to 15 minutes, I'll hop over to YouTube. So just know that I will eventually see your comment or your question, but that I'm not going to be able to like respond right away unless you catch me at a good time right before I hop back over to the YouTube tab on my screen. So appreciate you guys for hopping in here and being patient with me like that. Um, yeah, just gonna keep it chugging, build the momentum. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try my best to come on live around this time and maybe put it in like a couple hours. Maybe like another hour of follow up. I have some follow up that I need to catch up on, so I want to put in like an hour a day for the next couple of days until I'm able to catch up. Should be able to do that by the end of the week and do a little bit of cold calling every day as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably around this time. Again, appreciate you for hopping in here. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button before you leave if you haven't already, and check out the links in the description. We had somebody hop in the Discord group while I was on the live stream, so I appreciate you for doing that. Keep pushing content like this. Motivates me to keep cold calling when I keep hearing no's. That's what I'm talking about, Steven. I'm glad to know that the content motivates you. So you guys motivate me. Just know that it's really good to. It's a good feeling to know that there's a community out there who's sharing in the experience. So that's really not to really self advertise like that, but that's really why I wanted to create the Discord group. It's free and it just allows us to stay connected while I'm not on the live stream like this because that motivates me. It's just and what I really want to start doing is having people bring in their successes and their wins to the group because and I always say this, even if it's small, like and I know I can lead by example, so I'm gonna hop in there maybe today, right now, and let everybody know that I did an hour of follow up. Didn't connect with anybody too hot, but I was able to clear my follow ups and disqualify some sellers who may not really need my help. And just knowing that other people out there are doing the same thing and hearing the no's like you're talking about, Steven. Um, just makes you feel like again there's a sense of community because something like this entrepreneurial whatever it is direction wholesaling real estate obviously being the topic of conversation here, it can get lonely, making that push and trying to make something for you and your family. It can get lonely, especially once you hear all this rejection and hear all those no's, and self-doubt can set in. So I really want to connect with you guys as much as possible. Appreciate you guys again. Love you guys. Till the next one tomorrow. Peace.